You should take the saltpeter back to the chef in Dirtwater. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Okay. Let's go all the way back down to the Dirtwater town and and do that thing. You discover what is either an open grave or a very deep and rectangular pothole. Jump in. Cool, I got some stuff. Alright, so that was here, maybe. Maybe it wasn't in here. Ow, kitchen. Hey man, I got you your thing. Yep, got it right here. 10 experience, nice. Okay, the next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called a murder pepper, because it's really spicy, because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask dumb questions. They grow in the area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around a while. Okay. I guess I'll wander more. Does that just mean, like, I should get it between locations? Is that what that's saying? Let's go to the desert house, because I don't remember what that is. Well, no encounter along the way. Oh, yeah. This bit. Okay. How about Silversmith's house? Why not? It's mine, all mine. Smelling salts, can of oil, lodestone ring. What? Okay, lodestone is a very rare mineral that is magnetically attracted to meat. It's a real treasure to a prospector and a real nuisance to a butcher. Okay, cool. Let me check what that ring, what my current ring is, rather. My current ring is +2 mysticality and +2 speed. Speed determines who goes first in combat. If your speed is higher than that of your primary enemy, your team will go first. Okay, so it's just, you know, who goes first. So let's actually equip the lodestone ring for now. Actually, I want to check out these things. That's +6 muscle. Like, Moxie sucks, but the muscle's nice. So I'll keep that in mind. These other things, I don't terribly need. Okay. For now, I'm gonna wear the increased meat ring. Now that I've spent all my meat, like, you know, it wouldn't hurt to encounter more. I'll check out the store again, because why not? Track it down. Yeah, let's take this thing out. Let's do it. You know what? I'm gonna punch it real hard. I don't think that did as much damage as it advertised, but hey, we did it. Hey, you. Lock, because why not? Everything else I don't think I really need. Buy another can of oil. Aside from that, I think I'm good on that stuff. Hey, is there anything else I'm forgetting, Alice? Alice says you should get the pepper. Okay, just wander around a bit. So I'm just going around. You find a crate of supplies. Blah, 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 blah. Hardtack and silver bullet. Yeah, so really I think it's just wanting me to move from place to place. I got some meat, cool. Come on, give me more encounters. I need that pepper. I need the murder pepper! Do I have to go longer distances? Maybe. You happen across an abandoned crate, which apparently fell off a wagon. Okay. I'm just getting, like, the same thing now. It's just, like, crates falling off of wagons and stuff. Alright, you know what? Fine. We're gonna go a longer distance. Give me an encounter. Thank you. Off to one side of the trail, you spot a tree branch that's the perfect height for some giddy-ups, which is what pull-ups are called around here. Do some. You feel giddy after doing 25 giddy-ups. Got some experience. Cool. And then we're gonna travel again. We'll go here. You spy a burned-out ranch house on the horizon and pull Kari up to investigate. There's nothing much of interest above ground, but you find a locked door leading into a presumably still intact root cellar. And same kind of thing. Same thing. Let's skip a bit until something interesting happens. Well, we found a circus, so let's do that. To your delight, you see the silhouette of a big circus tent towering over the pines. Go there now. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Hey, clown. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presumably you can sell me one? Why, certainly I can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price, it's real steel. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Okay, how about the rides? Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. That makes sense. Games? Oh, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3's more like some. We've got some of them. And the food. We've got your favorites, popped corn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get this. Did you hear about the new thing that new thing a fella invented, cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works, mostly, more or less. Tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why, whatever do you mean? Attempt to intimidate the clown. You plant your hands on the counter and lean in toward the clown with a snarl. I mean, I'm sick of being played for a fool. You think I'm gonna shell out that much meat to get into a dive like this? You've got another thing coming. Are you gonna give me a ticket or am I gonna punch you? Your ticket. I'm so mean. The clown grins, showing you a mouthful of yellow, unusually pointy teeth. Think you're a real tough cookie, eh? Listen good, bucko. All I have to do is shout, and you're our new sideshow exhibit. We'll call it the Amazing Crying Bag of Mulch. But hey, it'll get you in for free. How's that plan grab you? Ugh, why I oughta. Step back, Junior. You're out of your depth. Grr. I'm going in any. Dang it, I can't go in anyway. What's the point of intimidating him if it doesn't work? Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring, darn. Well, I guess I'll come back when I get 5,000 meat again. In the meantime, let's do that thing that I talked about earlier and then forgot about. We'll go to a fort, we'll climb up, we'll use our binoculars. Yeah, you smell it before you see it. A skeleton trudging toward you, covered with mud and muck and smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby, and if the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense that even a skeleton would want to get away from there. I'll fight it, because that was like one of my only options. Also, it's called a smeleton, if you didn't see. I'm surprised I only did 1 point of damage to that. That's kind of bad. Like, things might be getting too powerful. I might have to start using that experience I have. Because I do have a ton of it, as you guys know. Oh, hold on. Well, I'll use binoculars first, but then it seems she has something to say. You scan the horizon but don't see anything you didn't already know about. Wow. Okay. Holy gosh darn, yeah, this is a little intense. We have to do something about this immediately. Any ideas? Well, the only way I can think of to get rid of all these things all at once would be to poison them somehow. That isn't very doctorly. What, you never heard of vaccination? Look, would you rather fight an army of skeletons all at once or find a way to slip something into their food supply nice and quiet-like? I mean, I'd rather that thing. So, mess hall. I mean, this would be the place to do it. Right? I mean, do any of these things have anything for me? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so that place wasn't the right place. Can open this, because why not? Artillery saber, oh. Oh, but it's pistol attack damage? Why? Okay. How did you want me to poison things exactly? There wasn't anything to poison in the mess hall, which is where, you know, I would think I would want to do that. The diary. Have I already read this? It seems to have been written by one of the necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here, on the theory that the best Undead Army would be a literal Undead Army. I have read this already, haven't I? Huh. Sure, let's hop in and see how poorly this goes. Okay. So we're gonna take out one of these dudes. How much would this do? 39 to 45 total damage. That just seems rather weak. Maybe I should haymaker him. Or, Oh no, I can moo, get rid of all their muscle. Or lower all their muscle, not get rid of it. Alright, we're gonna moo. And she would deal 17 damage to each of them, but I think it'd probably be better to get rid of at least some of them just immediately, you know? And we're lowering the ranged ones, or we're killing the ranged ones, because the other ones, you know, I decreased their muscle. But we're still gonna lose this fight. Why did you do 31? Were the others doing that? I don't think the others were doing that much, yeah. You did twice as much as the others. Alright, well, I'm angry. Okay, let's not do that again. But also, let's get that up some. I don't remember what all this stuff is, but hey, we got some stuff up. Cool. Alice, what was your whole plan? What do you think we should do next? Mr. Smee, the rail... No, what about the... Hold on, I'm just kind of confused. Like, what are you telling me to do here? I already have that. Dynamite Dan has a ton of stuff as well. No, I already have the box. Okay, what do you want me to do about the skeletons here? That's what I'm more curious about. Okay. Never mind, I guess. I went through all the buildings, didn't I? I didn't see anything. Alright, well, we're just gonna head back down. So, yeah, someone's left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. Cool, I got dynamite. Skip ahead again until I guess I find the pepper or something else interesting pops up. Just so you guys know, I gave in and I used my experience, so look at my stats now. I mostly got up, like, all the skills that had a cap, and then I put some other points into the other things, you know, like muscle, grit, gumption, that kind of stuff. So, there's still a lot that, like, I feel like I'm probably still fairly weak because I didn't increase my stats, I just focused on skills, and so hopefully it won't be too much of a stomp, but I don't know. I wasn't in the mood to lose to fights. And so I also went here to Dynamite Dan's, and I sold, like, all the stuff I got from fighting snakes. Like, I sold all the snake bladders and things that set them on fire, the spleens, I think. That kind of thing. So I have 11,000 meat now. So we're gonna head back up to the circus. I'm gonna buy the ticket because it's something that I can do in the game, you know? It'll cost 5,000, but hopefully I can get that back maybe if I kill him. Or something like that, you know? So, let's do it. Ugh, fine. You unload 5,000 meat onto the counter. The clown looks surprised. Well, okay. I guess you've bought yourself a ticket. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Thanks. Okay. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's blah 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 blah." You walk into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, as nonchalantly as possible. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there don't seem to be more than a dozen or so. Which is good, in that it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know. But on the other hand, if things go wrong here, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. I seemed a little confused, the way that it was said. The MerryGoRound has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Read the sign. The sign says, "Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor." More tickets? What? Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the Sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 me, and for everyone else, 300 me. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed. In the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. There you go, enjoy. Alright, let's go. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. I'm gonna touch stuff. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, Clown Eggs. In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Inspect the eggs more closely. Hey, step back please, no touching. Sorry. How about this? This looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy. As if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. Look at yourself. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little, sympathetically. Gah! This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Urgh. Yeah, that's a mirror, alright, not a demon. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail, huh? Okay. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! Ah ha ha ha! I got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. Suspicious. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Grizzly. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the... well, what you would call the base of his skull, if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass of the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. Oh. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, the Circus King. His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Or, I understand, I mean. He doesn't like it there. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. We gotta save... He doesn't have a stool! We gotta save him, though. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the Sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Grizzly. Delighted to meet you. So, well... Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Grizzly. I am in a sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. I was wondering about joints, actually, so hey, they touched on that. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you would expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in 1 body, with 2 faces? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind. With, as you say, 2 faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Okay, that's good. I'm wearing a Sideshow. With a regular suit and haircut, you can easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know? Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Right. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. I'm just wondering what the sound is. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Grizzly. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Grizzly. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open in theatrical flourish, or with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates and begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Some kind of trick, right? No trick. You're folded up behind me. Yep, nope. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Sure. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. Anatomical learning. Plus 3 melee attack damage. Heck yeah, you know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one from ticking, come to that. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, I gotta save all these guys. I gotta save all of them! Hot food. Red Hots, calls the clown behind this food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says Lost and Found. Let's check the Lost and Found. Oh sure, what'd you lose? Nothing. What, you just figured you'd see if I had anything you liked? Look, there's no such thing as an honest thief. You gotta pick one or the other. Sorry. Okay. How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? Onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue mustard? Looks like I'm all out of blue, sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Ketchup and catsup. I don't want that. You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right, got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? Root beer, ginger beer, sarsaparilla. How about grapefruit? Nope. Strawberry. Nope. Vanilla? Nope. Rhubarb. Nope. Key lime. Nope. Diet rhubarb. Celery. Grapefruit. Blue raspberry. Diet orange cream. Rhubarb again. Blue raspberry. Orange cream. Lemon lime. Lemonade. Strawberry. Iced tea. Orange cream. Pomegranate. Diet key lime. Grape. Cherry. Key lime. This dude's patient, man. Alright, what kinds do you have again? Make the drinks yourselves. If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas on a traveling carnival, no! We stock up as we pass through large towns. And tepid candy. Okay. Cotton candy, calls the clown behind his food stand and then makes a wee noise with... Oh, gotcha. With a slide whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight. Step right up, fella. Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar, created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No. Cotton is indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? Slide whistle. How do you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists! Go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. These secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. 300 meat. Sure, I'll take one. Yes. Okay. The clown puts his slide whistle down on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back out with a paper cone, which he holds in the mouth of the metal box. He pulls down a lever, and the machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittering white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. So increase your speed by 3 for the rest of the day. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and then he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. Interest ya in a toy balloon? How much are they? Just 30 meat. Nice. What colors do you have? Aha, we'll just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Ho ho, of course. I'm pretty sure that's an It reference, correct? Cool. It's red. Anything else I can do for you? Tell me more about your circus. Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. What would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land and all. Oh, where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwest-ish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Why is everyone working here at Clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them? Rodeo stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's a real highlight of the carnival. Cool. So I guess now, we could check to the left first. I kind of immediately went right. There's the main stage. Test your aim. Test your mind. Test your might. Cool. Lots of stuff we can do, actually. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Wait, or is it the same clown as before? He looks identical. Is he following you around? Howdy, fella. Anything else I can do for you? Weren't you just on the other side of the midway just now? Or whatever? Nope. That's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Did we fool ya? He grins and gives you a big exaggerated wink. I see. I'm good. What about you, boy? There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. Okay. Test your might. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Well, howdy there, fella. You look like you've got a good arm on you. Here's a game that's right up your alley. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell and you win. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, let's do it. The clown takes your meat and puts the big mallet on the counter. Good luck. Hit it quite hard. Darn, that was close. I got a +4 melee attack damage. Awesome, finally something I could use. This little toy bear is about as big as your fist and feels like it's been stuffed with gravel. Congratulations. Okay. And well, now that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today, and that's gotta be worth something. Hold on. I can increase my muscle. I mean, right now... Okay, fine. I guess I'll do the offhand first. No, that's ring. What do I currently have again? Oh, it's flowers. I don't need those, yeah. There we go. So I got some of that up. My muscle is 23, so if I use this ring, it'll almost be there. I can't quite increase muscle by 1 point. I must have something else that I can equip that would increase my muscle by 1 point. Let's see, so this gives me +2 muscle. Is there anything that gives me +3? No, okay, not on that. Hats. Oh, the hat gives me just 1 more muscle, right. So now I should be able to do it. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it a couple of times to test its weight, and casually slam it into the lever. Ding! Well, I'll be! That's some genuine muscle you've got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner. You got an item, circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, don't miss it. Thanks. Admit 1, Barnaby Bob's astonishing demonstration of perspicacity and skill. Perspicacity? I don't know what perspicacity is. Alright, before I forget, I want to change my stuff again. So we got the turnip crown back on. I'm fine with the other thing we switched off. No, the ring? Actually, let's get the Loathing ring back on. Yeah, cool. I guess it's the same kind of thing, right? Just for the prize. Greetings and salutations, fella. This is a game designed to test your intelligence and capacity for abstract thought. And, well, if you care to try your luck, far be it from me to obstruct you. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you've got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize? Ticket. Yeah, why not? Give it a lot. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, friend. That's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Darn. I assume it's the same kind of deal here. Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. Alright, let's do it. Hey, not bad at all. Not enough balloons for our grand prize, but it's worth a little something. Toy stuffed cat, that's cute. This little toy kitten isn't very well made, but at least it's nearly cute. Nearly cute, okay. Cool. Well, we'll talk to this dude that hit in. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. The stage show ain't until later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. So what do I do in the meantime? I guess, yeah, what's with those weird mirrors? Alright, ain't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. Has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I am 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light. No telling what you might see if you look too long. Alright, let's do another one. People. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid. To be honest, he joined us, about a year ago. Maybe a little less. Where'd he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think a fella looks like that. You'd have read about him on all the papers, right? Well, yeah. It sure is mysterious. How'd he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you've got a theory, at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Ominous. Why is he locked to his chair? You noticed that, did ya? Real shame, that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while. Gosh. Don't you worry none. I'm keeping an eye on him. Okay. Tell me more things, sir. Eggs. That's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard there next to him that explains in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Right. I'm not confident that those are just to show which, patterns they have. That's what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never before seen the like. Okay, captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come. Is this one just gonna show me the same thing? Not quite. You look in the mirror again and the clown you is still there, staring. Very slowly, his mouth opens into a wide grin, revealing multiple rows of yellow pointed shark-like teeth. Not wanting to keep looking, but unwilling to turn your back on it, you slowly sidle away until it's no longer visible. Swallowing hard, you approach the mirror again. It's empty. Not only is the clown you gone, you don't show a reflection at all. I see. I got sore? What? No. No, dang it. Wasn't expecting more stuff. Okay, well. Is there anything else? If you're referring to my condition, don't worry. I've grown accustomed to it more or less. How did this happen? Right, she don't want to talk about it. And I assume that you're chill. Yeah, see, he gets angry when I ask about it, you know? Why can't I go and see the main event? What do I have to do in the meantime? Haven't I done everything? Have I not done everything? I just feel fairly confident that I've done everything. Talk to him again. Nah, alright, skip ahead a bit, I guess. So I'm checking the jars again. And, yeah, you leaning closer to inspect the gross thing. Despite what the clown said, it certainly looks real. Whoever made it did an excellent and disgusting job. Peeking surreptitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnet or other such device. So talk to him again. But he doesn't say anything about that, and I tried leaning in more closely, he just stops me again. So I don't know if there's like anything else I could really do. Alright, let's check one more time, see if we can go in. Dang it, when is later? Come on, I don't know if I could leave this place and come back in. What? No, he says actually he sent my hand for re-entry. He sent my hand for re-entry, right? I still don't know when I'll be able to like go in, or I don't know when the show is. Like, what? Time isn't a thing in this game. You know? Alright, but I don't want to be sore, so I'll go back to Dirtwater, I'll sleep, and then I'll go back and see if just, like, that counts. The travel and the whole, like, sleeping business, you know? Maybe it'll be enough. Maybe it'll be enough, hopefully.
Cue outro, go!